Welcome to the Awakened Women podcast. Welcome, my dear. Thank you so much for being here. You have no idea how important this is to me, that you are willing to listen and you are willing to go within and understand more about yourself. Please don't ever underestimate how important this is, that you are here listening to this podcast. Because it is in this podcast will you find yourself. It is in this podcast that I hope, this is my biggest hope, to those women that are listening, that feel maybe lost or feel that they are not it, that they're not good enough, that they are lacking something, that they are in some way, shape or form broken. This is the message for you. This podcast is for you. And today we're going to talk about performing and my realizations, how much I was performing and how much I still am performing, that this is a subconscious work. It's deeply coming from within, from the past self, from my inner girl who thinks and who learned that she has to do and she has to give and she has to perform to be enough, to be worthy of being on this planet. And I'm here to tell you with so much love and compassion that enough is enough. You have done enough. Please breathe with me. Just breathe. Just connect to your heart. Connect to yourself right now. And please hear what I've got to say. You are enough. Now this word or this sentence had been thrown around and it became cliche, it became something that's just overlooked. But when I say that your soul has chosen this lifetime, your soul has chosen to drop into this planet in the most miraculous time, the most chaotic and miraculous time. Your soul has chosen to be here. And when we understand that we are part of this universe, the very makeup of you, the frequency that you carry, is part of what the Creator is. And that's not to make you feel grandiose, that's not to make you feel better than, but it's to make you realize your innate power. You carry the most beautiful jewels on this planet, which is your heart space, which is your connection to the higher source, the universe, the God, whatever you want to call it, whatever you are using to, with your mind, determine what this means to you. I want this episode to be heartfelt. I don't want you to think, I just want you to feel and receive the love that I have for you. For the majority of my life, I kept performing. And this will show up in the ways like pleasing people, keeping myself quiet, keeping the peace and walking on the tippy toes. It would show up in me cleaning. This was something from very young childhood that I learned that I get praised for keeping the clean space. And what really hit me over the last 8 months, when I went within, when I gave myself permission to remove myself from the society, if you like, in those moments, I realized how much I needed to keep going and doing. And it wasn't ever, like, it wasn't really to perform for anyone, because I was a lot alone. I was in solitude quite a lot. But in those moments of me choosing to rest, in those moments of me deciding that I'm going to take myself and I'm going to have this nice time of just sunbathing or doing whatever, being in the forest or being with myself or even meditating. These were the moments, the quiet moments that I was with myself, were the very moments when I realized that I don't feel safe to rest. That for me to, it was almost like I needed permission slip, but even when I gave that permission slip to myself, and I said, that's okay, that's what I'm going to do, this critic inside of me would come, and it was so loud. It would speak so loudly to my not enoughness. Because when I deep down don't feel good enough just for existing, the voice within me will tell me to do, to perform, to create more, to clean more, to cook, to organize, to reorganize. And in the epiphany of that time, the biggest epiphany in that time for me was that my brain doesn't stop. And then when I went down into the rabbit hole of why and what is actually happening there, is it was my nervous system not feeling safe. Even though logically I knew I'm safe, I'm in my home, it didn't matter, because my nervous system was constantly running on the low level anxiety. And the way that it did show up was by me trying to do more. Now today I'm here speaking to you, my love, because I hope that what I've learned and my discovery about my active brain, about my active body, about the fact that I never allow myself to fully rest. Being a meditator for 6 years didn't do it. It was in the honoring of myself. Could I find peace, and could I allow myself and my inner girl to rest and to slow down? It was me acknowledging and seeing those parts, those shadow parts, the parts of me that wanted to still seek validation from others, and also seeking validation from myself. And it was work to, well, it wasn't work. It was a deep epiphany and a deep understanding. It was taking myself from my head and moving myself into my heart with love and compassion, with understanding why I do these things, why I do what I do, why I keep needing to perform, be it for myself or others. And it was, it was painful. It was very emotional to see my past self, to see my inner girl in that light. It was emotional because I felt like so sorry for myself, but not from the place of victimhood. It was more, I think for the first time I actually saw me fully. And I actually for the first time started to honor myself fully. Realizing that the feminine and the energy of the feminine that I carry have been shattered and diminished by my masculine part of doing, performing. I wasn't honoring me. I wasn't honoring myself, my health, my rest. And I hope this episode is your permission slip. And the way to understand this is that we can never be at our fullest potential. We can never live up to our fullest potential if we are disconnected from parts of us. If we disconnect from our feminine power. And your feminine power is the very thing, as a female, because you have potency of that energy in you. Our power actually comes from the feminine, or from the balance of the feminine and masculine within you. But it's so important to understand and really make a decision that you are no longer going to be subscribing to the old version of you. It is stepping into your authentic self, and the authentic self is your soul, it's your heart, it's your inner knowing, it's your intuition that's leading you all the time, and she's speaking to you all the time. But to listen and to connect to these parts of us, we have to give ourselves permission to stop and to slow down and to rest. Now, the world around us is set up for patriarchy, it's set up for masculine approach. It's set up for us to chase, to perform, to always seek outside of us. And I'm here to tell you that everything that you've ever wanted, every sensation of safety, of peace, of balance, of creativity is within you right here, right now. It's not within another bag, fancy bag, or another piece of clothing. It's not within, it's not outside of you. Because we know today, as an awakened women, an awakened collective, that what we are chasing outside of us is the feeling. For you to have home, that if you want a new home, you are chasing the feeling of safety and stability. If you want to buy something and you go out and spend money on things, that's because there's a part of you that feels that what you are as you are, bare and naked and wild, is not enough or is too much. So you either dim it or you try to enhance it by getting things, outsourcing your worth, your self-worth. And I know that these things, the 3D things, the dense things that we have in our world, are there for us to enjoy life, are there to thrive. But when these things are making you better, or they making you fulfilled, or making you enough because you look a certain way, or because you have certain things, it's never sustainable. Because we can never find the peace outside of us. We can never find rest outside of us. It is in those moments when you cherish yourself so deeply that you are taking yourself away from people, places, situations that no longer serve you, and you're giving yourself permission to be and not to do. And the way we shift that is by understanding that your innate power of the feminine has been staying dormant and being overridden by your masculine self. And for us to bring balance between the masculine and the feminine is to really, really nurture yourself first, is to love yourself truly, not superficially, not for show, not for... This is an internal work. It is you finally choosing you. And when it comes to your creation, your purpose, your health, the very thing that you are seeking right now is going to be unveiled and unleashed only and only by you honoring you, by you giving yourself permission to really rest, I mean with no agenda, and feeling so comfortable in that space that you, just by being there, is enough. I hope this short episode was helpful. Please subscribe to this channel and share it with these women that need to hear this message. Share it, subscribe, and comment below, where are you on your journey? What are you struggling with? What is the moment where you find yourself that you have to perform? I love you so much, and I'll speak to you on the next one. Take care for now.